God Almighty blessed us with a great episode of Dragon Ball Super this week, and there really isn't that much to talk about. The tournament came to an end, the wish was granted, and yet there is still so much to talk about. For starters, we have Zeno, the king of all of these 12 universes, who can apparently destroy all 12 of these universes with the blink of an eye, according to Beerus. Man, he had Champa and Beerus shitting themselves like, oh my god, we need to be on our best behavior right now, because if we aren't, we're fucked. And the shocking thing is, you know those two had that mentality, because when Zeno joked about removing Champa and Beerus from God of Destruction status, they thought he was serious. Like, they thought they were going to be removed. So, this guy is the real deal. And I'm gonna be honest when I say last week, I sort of avoided talking about Zeno, the king of all of these universes, because I felt like Toriyama was trolling us. I mean, I know that Toriyama does these very polarizing character designs where it either looks like some childish pipsqueak or some very sophisticated, rough-looking motherfucker. But come on now, after the Monaka bit, Monaka being the strongest person Beerus ever fought, and then Goku punched him in the face, and then he started crying, and then Hit had to lose on purpose, I'm like, maybe this is another case where Toriyama's trolling us with this guy, Zeno, because Zeno just looks like a little fucking troll. I mean, he's just this little blobby-headed fuck with this really high-pitched voice. Really reminds me of Pika from One Piece, the big rock statue with the really high-pitched voice. I don't know, I just felt like Toriyama was trolling us a bit here. But no, this guy is actually the fucking king of all of these different universes. So, I'm sorry, like, I should have talked a little bit more about him last week, but I guess I'll make up for it now. Now, you really get a sense of the hierarchy, because it was just last week where Champa was bullying his team. He was angry at them for kind of losing on purpose. Hit definitely lost on purpose, but the fact of the matter is both teams cheated so much that you can't really complain at this point. The lines have been crossed. It's not every day where you see a legendary assassin like Hit who can freeze time, who has motherfucker shivering himself, shiver himself. You know, Champa told him, like, you think you can fucking make demands now after what you did right there in the tournament? You'll be lucky if you make it back to your planet alive. So Hit scares people, Champa scares Hit, and then Zeno comes here and he scares both Beerus and Champa into acting so obedient, and I loved every second of it because that dynamic did not exist before. The highest totem pole were Beerus and Champa. Not anymore with this week's episode. Zeno or Zeno, whatever the fuck you want to call him, told him straight up like, you guys haven't been doing your job. I got a little bit concerned when you guys made this tournament, Universe 7 versus Universe 6, because, well, these are two universes clashing, and that's not really what you're supposed to do. Y'all aren't really supposed to compete with each other, drowning yourselves in hedonism and desires and shit like that, playing these stupid games. Y'all are supposed to clean up the trash in your respective universes. And that's not going on. Zeno told them that's not going on, and they know they're not supposed to be doing any of this shit. So I just love the fact that he checked them like that. I love the fact that Dragon Ball Super's making the hierarchy in this series more complex. Yeah, you have extremely strong characters like Goku, Vegeta, Hit, but they have this ceiling, right? They can't pass that ceiling, or maybe they can, but we haven't seen it yet. Well, you pass one ceiling, you pass level 1, you get to level 2, which is Beerus, Champa, the gods of destruction. You have the Kais, the gods of creation, right? And their goals is to maintain the balance, right? Build and destroy. That was the ceiling before Zeno was introduced, right? And then when Zeno was introduced this week, or last week, sorta, but this week we really got to know him a lot better, that's when we found out that there's a king that rules over all of these different 12 universes, despite the fact that we haven't even gotten introduced to all of the gods of destruction. We only know 2 so far. And you can totally see now that heritage plays a role in the election of powerful individuals, and not just in the normal sense. Because while I complained a whole lot about Champa's character design, pretty much stating that it's literally identical to Beerus, he just has a different, like, body shape, body size, whatever, it's clear to me that Beerus, Champa, and 10 others are a part of this very powerful race, and they're always going to hold the power in terms of being the gods of destruction. I mean, sure, Goku might surpass the strength of a god of destruction, for instance, Beerus, but you could see that there's roles here in place. I mean, Goku said himself, like, I'm not interested in taking your position of god of destruction. I just want to get stronger. I just want to train. It's in Goku's blood to be a simple, stupid fuck that never really looks into the future, but just constantly wants to improve, right? He's not interested in god of destruction, in god of creation, in becoming the king of the universe, or all of the universes. He just wants to get stronger, and I just love the fact that there's this hierarchy now. Now, Zeno, is there somebody above him? That is the question that I have in the back of my head. Because we're reaching a point where it's like, what else could there be? I mean, we know there's only 12 universes in existence, otherwise Beerus and Champa would have informed us otherwise. Maybe they don't know themselves, but I highly doubt that's the case. If, let's say, there was multiple universes aside from these 12, Zeno would not be known as the king of all universes. So here's the thing, is there somebody above Zeno? Now, this is the weird thing about Zeno. Yes, he has a very childish appearance. Yes, he has a very childish voice. Even his personality is childish. He's not the small adolescent sounding bratty type. He's a small adolescent sounding cool type. He's a nice guy. Goku said himself, like, I didn't sense anything wrong with him. He's not a bad guy. I mean, he created this tournament. He let you guys off the hook. You guys are gods of destruction. He could have easily taken your status away, but he didn't. In fact, he enjoyed the tournament. He shook my hand. I didn't feel anything demonic about him. He's not the type to just blow up all these fucking universes and shit, right? And so Goku was all up in his face for that reason, because he knows that he could get away with it. The point that I'm trying to make is, even though there's 12 universes and we don't know of any other ones, and he rules over all 12 of these universes, I think somebody actually entrusted him this power, meaning that there's somebody, yes, even above Zeno, the king of all of these different universes. I mean, why the fuck would he have guards there? If he was this omnipotent being with eternal, vast knowledge of everything, he wouldn't need these guards here defending him. He wouldn't need these guards here in the way of Goku as he's trying to shake his hand. Like, he wouldn't need any of that shit. I think those guards are extremely fucking strong. Like, I think those guards are stronger than Vados, than fucking Whis, than fucking Champa, than fucking Beerus. I think those guards are stronger than a lot of people. Though I don't believe Zeno or Zeno is as strong as people make him out to be. I believe he was given this power. He has the ability to destroy all of these universes, but not because he can, like, bring out this crazy power inside of him to just destroy everything. I think he was entrusted an off and on switch, is what I'm trying to say. I think he can, like, shut shit down. You know, he can shut the government down. He can shut the fucking universes down, but I don't believe he has this crazy power. It's hard to say. I don't know why he has these guards here holding his hand, breaking down their cellular matter to, like, pop up in front of anybody who tries to get near this guy. If he's this super strong ruler of all of these different universes, all I'm saying is that he would not need that shit. I mean, if my baby came out looking like Zeno without the power of Zeno, of course, I'd be doing a future abortion in the blink of a fucking eye. You know what I mean? I'd be doing what Zeno does to the universes in a blink of an eye and shit. My baby's not gonna have no battery pack head, alright? I'm not gonna send my child to school or some shit with a deformed looking battery pack head and motherfuckers is gonna, like, make fun of him and shit. No, I'm gonna be ending it real quick. I'm gonna be the only one who see how fucked up my child looks. Oh man, what if I was inside of the Dragon Ball Super Universe and I said that to Zeno in front of his face? I would be burning in hell for eternity. We've got set up for a major tournament on some War Arc shit from Naruto. You know what I mean? This is crazy. You have all of these different universes competing. Like, if you thought the Universe 6 versus Universe 7 match was crazy, oh boy, what about all of these different universes duking it out? I mean, the amount of competition and inspiration for our boy Goku increases. I mean, we are going to see Saiyans. We're going to see more Saiyans, and here's the thing. If you do things mathematically, right? We have one or two universes here. We saw Kaba. There's probably some strong Saiyans back in Kaba's planet, you know, Sadal or whatever. Here's the thing. Mathematically speaking, out of all of these different universes, there should be a Saiyan stronger than Goku and Vegeta easily. Easily! I mean, there's 10 more universes that we still have not seen yet, so there should easily be Saiyans stronger than Goku and Vegeta, and oh my god, I can't wait to see that. What forms do they have? How strong are they? Maybe they just have an extremely strong base form like Kaba. Maybe they have like Super Saiyan Green or some shit, some different color form. I can't wait to fucking see that, and I can't wait to see Goku and Vegeta get their ass kicked, boy. I'm assuming this big giant tournament's gonna take place at the end of Dragon Ball Super, and that's what would make the most sense. Everybody has more time to grow. I mean, for instance, in this week's episode, Hit denied Goku's proposal to fight in a few days. That kind of sucks because I'd like to see Hit use Time Leap and just kick Goku's ass again, but I'm assuming that maybe in the future it'll all pay off and we'll see them fight again and Hit will just increase beyond fucking belief and strength. I do feel like we're gonna go back to the traditional arcs of a strong enemy appears like Frieza, Cell, or Boo, and then Goku and the warriors on Earth have to train to take him out. I don't know. Are we above that at this point in time? I gotta really think about it, because a part of me just wants those nostalgic arcs, but then another part of me is like, well, I mean, with the gods of destruction, with the king of all universes, are we really going to go back to the one enemy guy that appears on Earth and everybody has to work together to take him out? I just don't know. Or maybe an enemy that appears on another planet and then they all have to, like, go help the race, the indigenous population on that planet. Like, I don't know. Are we above that right now? As we all know, Beerus beat Champa in these games, and Champa's on his passive-aggressive shit. He's like, yeah, I'll give you the Super Dragon Ball, just, ugh. And he just walks away angrily. He forces Vados to follow him, and I'm like, Beerus, you put up with too much, bro. I mean, Vados said herself that Beerus is more fit. If those two were to fight, it may not even be that both universes would be destroyed. Maybe Beerus would take Champa out before he has a chance to destroy the other universe, meaning Beerus, again, is stronger and he shouldn't be putting up with any of Champa's shit. And there's a part of me that's like, yes, I would love to see those two fight, and I would love to see the entire universe just demolished, but there's another part of me that was like, damn, Beerus, you are such a nice older brother. You're such a good brother, man. And holy fuck, seeing him like grant that wish, he went through the trouble of just dealing with all of Champa's temper tantrums. He spent all this time putting the team together, dealing with Goku and Vegeta's stupidity, just watching the fights, again dealing with Champa's nonsense, trying to change the rules and shit, and he made a fucking wish. His wish was that Champa's universe's Earth would be restored to its former glory. I would not have done that shit after the way Champa treated me. Like, Beerus is such a good older brother. And I'm gonna be honest, that shit was shocking to me. I was not expecting that. I thought those two actually had a rivalry going on. I understood that Beerus isn't gonna be here trying to start a fight with Champa. I got that. But the fact that he actually loves his brother, like he loves his brother, you can see through that action that he actually cares about him. He wants him to eat good food. He wants him to be happy. He wants him to smile. He wants him to have a normal Earth. The way this episode set it all up, Champa's saying, like, Beerus, you're gonna have to find the last one. Like, I'm not helping you with that shit. And we find out that the actual planet is the Dragon Ball, is the final one. They got Bulma trying to figure this shit out on the radar, and then Monaka steps up like, this is my job, bitches. Like, I can do this. Y'all gotta go up, fly into the air. Y'all gotta see this from a 3D angle. And we go up into the air. We see the last one crack. All of the Dragon Balls are gathered, and a wish can be made now.